Costa Rica is considered a fantastic tourist destination because of its wide variety of biomes and habitats. In addition to its beaches, mountains, and rainforests, the country also has friendly people, a unique lifestyle, environmentally friendly policies, long lifespans, and a high level of happiness. Apart from all these, Costa Rica is also known as a leading education investment country in Latin America. In fact, Costa Rica ranks highest in Latin America when it comes to investment in public education, according to the ECLAC, Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to create more content about the beauty of Latin America. Since its independence from the First Mexican Empire in 1848, Costa Rica has been regarded as one of the most stable democracies on the American continent. The incredible policies of the country are evident in the fact that it completely abolished its military a century after its independence so it could focus more on healthcare and education. There is no doubt that Ticos, Costa Ricans, are very proud of this fact. Education has always been a national policy of great importance in Costa Rica. As of the 1869 Constitution, elementary school, kindergarten through 6th grade, has been free, mandatory, and government-funded, which has been sustained in each subsequent election. It wasn't until 1949 that Costa Rica began taking education seriously. As a result of a brief civil war triggered by election fraud, the nation's leaders formed a constitutional committee in 1949 that drafted the Costa Rican Constitution that remains in effect today. Several significant initiatives were adopted, but the following were the most important. It has already been mentioned that the army has been abolished. During this time, women were granted the right to vote. Education was funded out of the entire military budget. Today, only preschool and elementary school are still compulsory, but any child between the ages of 4 and 17 who resides in Costa Rica, be it a citizen or not, will be admitted to a public kindergarten, grade school, or high school free of charge. Costa Rica's education system differs from that of the United States and other countries. Preschool begins at the age of 4, primary school consists of grades 1 through 6, and secondary school, the equivalent of high school, ranges from grades 7 to 11. School and secondary education can be classified into two types, basic and diversified. The basic secondary school grades are 7th through 9th, which are essential since many employers hire only those who have completed these grades. Grades 10th and 11th are classified as diversified secondary education grades. After you graduate from 11th grade, you receive a high school bachelor's degree, which is necessary for university admission. In Costa Rica, there are both public and private schools for all levels. Families with middle and upper incomes often choose to send their children to private schools, which usually offer smaller class sizes as well as extracurricular activities. It also means that children are in school for longer periods of time, allowing parents to work longer knowing that their children are being well looked after. Costa Rica also emphasizes the promotion of higher education. With 5 government-funded public universities, including a distance, online, university, the country offers students some of the best academic education in Latin America for a very low price. Furthermore, there are over 50 private universities in the region, which is a lot for such a small country. A recent study found that roughly 35% of Costa Ricans between the ages of 18 and 24 attend higher education, 1/3 of whom attend a public university. It is fascinating and noteworthy that Costa Ricans do not believe that education is only for the rich, which is a significant component of Costa Rican education culture. There is a widespread belief that a well-educated nation will have a simpler, happier life. To emphasize the importance of education for everyone, the government has made school uniforms mandatory. The same applies to private schools, although they can offer their students custom uniforms. The main purpose of making uniforms mandatory is to make students feel equals, regardless of their financial status. Private and public schools are also required to follow a standardized curriculum defined by the Ministry of Education, which implies the same textbooks must be used regardless of liberties granted to private schools. In order to keep uniforms, school supplies, and textbooks affordable, they are tax-free, and some are even provided by the government. In order for everyone to have access to education, the government has developed programs that cover education costs and provide transportation to schools for children who live far from them. It also applies to villages with only one school for students living in a sparsely populated area. Ticos, however, see the educational system as much more than sharing knowledge with students. Students in public schools receive a healthy meal at least once a day from school cafeterias, where standardized and subsidized meals are served. It is also common for some schools, particularly those in disadvantaged areas, to offer similar benefits during school breaks. A number of private schools have also chosen this approach, ensuring that every child gets the same nutritious lunch, paid for by parents, as well as learning good eating habits. The majority of Costa Rican schools go above and beyond when it comes to habits, requiring students to brush their teeth after meals and wash their hands before they come to class. Most professors at universities are well educated, having attended prestigious European or North American institutions. Therefore, the workforce is highly educated, making it attractive to foreign direct investors in a range of industries that require local employees to run corporate operations. Combined with the population's high English fluency, this means that international enterprises looking to expand in the region can access highly skilled, trained, and accessible employees. As you travel through Costa Rica, you'll see that the nation places a high value on education. The locals are healthy, laid back, engaged, and speak English. Whether you talk about environmental awareness, global politics, or the history of your country, they will likely have something interesting to say. As a result of Costa Rica's outstanding education system, the country's environmental consciousness accounts for more than 93% of its total energy production. There are only a few nations that can make such a claim. Costa Rica's commitment to providing free and compulsory education will be essential to its future success and development as it embraces the 21st century. By increasing the number of students studying at universities, the country will become a leader not only in Central America, but also worldwide. Imagine this the next time you walk along the streets of Costa Rica, passing by groups of kids dressed in blue and white uniforms. To learn more about Costa Rica, click the video on the left and subscribe to our channel to help us become a leading channel on everything about Latin America.